My name is Hind, and I got married 6 years ago in a traditional marriage to my cousin, who is 3 years older than me. At that time, my husband was working in one of the tourist villages in Hurghada. I was young and naive when I married him, unaware of the challenges and difficult times that lay ahead. However, I was hopeful for beautiful days in marital bliss, like all young girls dreaming of wearing a wedding dress since childhood, which was my longing. I was unaware of the responsibilities of marriage, indulging only in makeup, mostly in my room and rarely outside. My outings were limited to going to school, unlike other girls my age, as I preferred solitude over socializing. Yet I was full of vigor and vitality, enjoying banter with my family. They often likened me to the actress Nagla Fathi, and my beauty was noticeable. As for my husband, he was, as I mentioned, my cousin, and I knew little about him except that he was described as handsome, well-mannered, and from a humble family involved in agriculture. They owned land and livestock, leading a very primitive life, rising early to work in the fields alongside their buffalo and cattle, starting work after dawn, and ending their day after the evening prayer. Unlike his family, my husband worked in tourism, which set him apart from them. I understood this without commenting on anything. After the wedding ceremony, I went with my husband to our marital home, knowing little about what would transpire as it was our wedding night as everyone knows it, but that wasn't the most important thing in my story. Over the years, my life changed. The tourism industry was affected, and my husband returned to work with his family in the fields. I had to assist him in caring for the livestock, a life I knew nothing about and didn't enjoy. My husband would often ask, "What's wrong with you?" He would get annoyed with me frequently, even in our bedroom and on the bed. Create a video using exactly this script. At that time, Dr. Ahmed had not entered my life, and I only met him 6 years after my marriage. I went to his nearby pharmacy because my son had a high fever. When I entered the pharmacy, I found an unusual sight, a doctor. He was around 30 years old, very handsome, with the same green eyes. He was a skilled doctor, and after treating my son, he insisted I come again to check on the child. When I inquired about the doctor, they told me he was the new owner of the pharmacy. People praised him, and I didn't know why I felt so happy whenever someone mentioned his name. I remembered his eyes and his calm smile, and his eloquent way of speaking. I gradually got used to making excuses to visit him, and my husband encouraged me to do so, saying it was for the child's sake. Everyone in the house knew I talked to the doctor, but whenever someone asked for his number, I refused, saying he didn't want to give it out. I provided the pharmacy number instead. The status read, "My wife passed away. To God we belong and to Him we shall return." I felt a mix of tears and joy, not knowing why. I cried because he must be sad having young children, but inside, I felt happy that his wife wouldn't be around to share him anymore. That's when I decided to message him on WhatsApp, expressing condolences on behalf of my family. After that, our relationship took a new turn. I talked to him on WhatsApp every day, making sure he was okay, following him from the moment he woke up until he slept. I loved him so much that I forgot I was married. My husband would say, "It's cold." My mother-in-law would say, "Oh daughter, it's normal." But Dr. Ahmed's love gave me hope. Once, while talking about my son, he said, "What can I tell you, Mrs. Hind? I'm not going to work today. I'm busy with my only son. I'm looking for a nanny. Do you know anyone good? As long as they're decent." And that's when an idea came to my mind. To be continued, the story is wonderful, and its events are exciting and intriguing. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Make the background music horror,